So they called Horses Haven and asked if we could take her because we have a rehabilitation program. And she's been doing amazingly well. So we spent the first, I don't know, 6 months just working on the lunge line, because when a horse it has behavioral issues, they're virtually not riding, so they don't develop any physical strength. So we had to develop it over about 6 months on a lunge line, which you'll see next, what a lunge line lesson would be like for a horse, to develop enough back strength for her to not only carry herself, but to carry a rider. So we worked on that for about 6 months, and then we've had her under saddle for about 4 months. And as you can see, she looks delightful, and she's getting ready to go to a show. So she has gone from being a very, very difficult horse, which is not at all fun for the horse. They live a not so nice life if they have those traits. So she has also worked in a Equiband system that you'll see next, which is a really good physical development system, which we'll show on the lunge line on a different horse. So, and this is Joanne Farrell, who is one of our main riders, and she's also one of the leaders of our rehabilitation program. So we're going to show what the horse now is doing now is walking through the cones. So we do this to be able to bend the horses. One of the most important things for horses is suppleness. And you can see that she's learning to carry the rider as she bends left and right, and she swings her rib cage to the side, which you can see. Yes, so it's very subtle, but she's moving the rib cage to the side as she turns, and there's a slight flexion. Yeah, you see that? You see that? And then yes. So this is excellent work for two reasons. One, so that the horse really knows where they're putting their feet. Now, a lot of times animals do not have any idea, and there's going to be another exercise that I'll show you about that. They develop body awareness, they develop suppleness, they develop balance, and they develop strength. So, how about, are we going to do trot out here, Joanne? All right, so we're now going to go to posting trot. Posting trot is where you rise and sit in rhythm with the horse's trot. And then that is a little bit freer, allows the horse to go a little bit more freely over her back. Is it okay? All right, so we're just waiting to get the horse to the trot. And it's, when the horses don't always work out here. This is our new arena, which is a memorial arena. Very nice, Joanne. So you can see she's regular, rhythmical, no tension. There's no tension in her head and neck. This is how a horse is really happy moving. And so it takes us a long time. This is certainly not how they start, especially if they've had a past where things were a little more difficult. So, are you going to go? Can you go the poles at the posting trot? I mean, not the poles, Joanne. The cones. They might be a little too close, but she's going to try to go through the cones at posting trot. Again, watch and see if you can see that the horse bends her midsection and has a soft bend throughout her whole spine. Not bending just her neck. It isn't about the neck. You see a lot of riders just bending a horse's neck.
Let me spread them out.
Okay, she's gonna, Christina's gonna spread them out. They're a little bit for walk right now, so you have to adjust your equipment. For the trot and the walk work is different. That's lovely, Joanne. So another thing you can see, and this is what is also important, is that Joanne is under her own balance. She's not taking balance in her hands or in her body from the horse. So the horse is free and only being helped by the rider rather than being hindered by the rider. So now she'll come through the pole set a little bit further away. Another really important thing is that the hind legs and the front legs move the same, so that you don't see the back end moving bigger than the front. Now you'll see the bending, and you'll see it's a very soft movement from the rider's shoulders. Lovely. Can we see once more? So you'll watch what the rider's doing. Her hands stay super quiet. They're not all over the place. You can see that the bit is not upsetting the horse at all. So she's coming through. She's going to go through her poles. And here she comes. And there's a left flexion. Nice. And then a right flexion. Oopsie. And a little bit of stepping in the puddle. Very good. Oopsie. So let's go. Are we just doing the 2 poles?
No, but I have another one.
No. Okay, so why don't you take a walk break?
How many poles do you want out, Ann?
3 times. And we're just going to set up 3 poles so that you can actually see what the horse does with his body as it goes through the poles. And this is done for a couple of reasons. One, for regularity, so the horse gets to feel the trot in a regular beat. It asks the horse to increase the movement of its shoulders and hindquarters. Okay, now she's going through them at the walk, and then we'll shorten them up to trot. Normally it's about 4 feet for a trot stride, and she's a little bit small horse, so it might be less. So she walked through. We always walk through them first, so we know that the horse is happy doing it. All right, so now we're going to go again through the trotting poles. Not yet. We have to get the helper out. Okay, so we're going to walk through once more, just to make sure that the horse knows and has a feeling. But you can see how the horse has to lift so as not to hit the poles. So again, body awareness. Okay, and so let's trot. This takes a little bit of time to teach a horse that it's okay to go through these poles. And we're going to go straight through. Sometimes the poles are on a fan shape. Good. Good. Lovely. Yes. So yes. So she lost a little bit of rhythm, so we're going to do it again. The mare was just a little uncertain. Okay, good. Good. And then we're going to come through the poles again. And we bring her with a little bit more forward power so that she's not hesitant. And you keep going, keep going, keep going. Yes, better. Let's try once more. Okay, she dropped 2 feet down in that one, so let's try once more. Yeah, nice. That's a nicer trot. Let's see the best trot she has. Yes, come. Yep. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yes.
Good girl.
Good. Okay, and then a walk break. And then we always let the horse, after about 3 or 4 times, take a break and relax their muscles so that we don't drill them. Now, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and ask.